Good Tuesday. I'm Ed Matthews with a WFMY News 2 weather update. Want to get you updated on our weather situation. You know, so far today, we've had really no problems at all. We had a little wintry mix earlier this morning along the Virginia border, but so far today it's been fairly dry. That is changing, and we still have a chance of maybe a little frozen precipitation later this afternoon and especially overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. So we continue with our weather impact alert for the rest of today, tonight, and through the day on Wednesday. We kind of escaped any issues this morning, although we had reports of some sleet and some rain and some snow. We didn't really have any highway problems, but tomorrow morning could potentially be a different story, as we're going to have more precipitation falling through today and tonight and into tomorrow. So on Wednesday, we'll be on the lookout for maybe a little wintry mix of precipitation that would change over to cold rain during the day. And again, if that does pan out later tonight and through the morning commute, we could have some slick spots on the highways, and of course those colder surfaces like bridges and overpasses tend to ice over first. So make sure you tune into the Good Morning Show coming up on Wednesday, and of course we'll let you know everything that's going on in terms of Piedmont weather. Again, it's been relatively quiet through the morning, but on the radar, and we're looking at our winter radar, this is showing rain here beginning to become a little bit more active on the radar, as we're seeing a batch of rain track in from around the Charlotte area, beginning to work into the metro Triad. That'll only build as we head through the afternoon, but more of a soaking rain is out over parts of Kentucky and central Tennessee. Earlier this morning, we were tracking it when it was way back near Memphis, Tennessee. It's been tracking to the east all morning long, and this area will work into the Piedmont around 2, 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. That's going to bring a soaking rain to the Piedmont later this afternoon and through the overnight period. Now, very interesting temperature patterns that I've noticed so far today. Earlier this morning, when we had that little batch of mixed precip to move near the Virginia border, tracking east, temperatures were initially in the mid-30s, and then they dropped to near freezing. It'll be interesting to see what happens when this big batch of rain moves into the Piedmont. You can see temperatures right now, rain really hasn't moved in. We're into the mid and even upper 30s across the area. But as that rain moves in, it's going to cool the atmosphere in a process called evaporative cooling. And as it does, we need to watch the temperatures closely through the afternoon. We could see temperatures drop to near freezing, even right here in the immediate Triad, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised at all if temperatures dip to around 30 or 32 along the Virginia border. So that's what I mean when I say this situation's not over yet. We need to watch these temperatures as the rain really ramps up later on this afternoon. Still looking from the Triad and points north into Virginia for the possibility of a little icing. And then tonight, of course, after dark, we'll have an opportunity to drop to around 31, 32. So by tomorrow morning, during the morning commute, there could potentially be some issues. We couldn't rule out a glaze here in the metro Triad. Then, of course, as you go farther north, where it's going to be colder, a little bit greater in terms of accumulation of icing with our border counties with Virginia, and also up into southern Virginia, where they could actually see kind of redevelopment of snow mixed with some of that freezing rain later on in the overnight period. On the surface weather map, it's an area of high pressure that is starting to move offshore, so we're going to really kind of lose that cold air feed and that wedge of cold air that's over us right now as it moves offshore, but moisture is streaming in from the southwest, and you can see our Futurecast showing this afternoon along the Virginia border kind of the redevelopment of some frozen precipitation there. Again, mainly rain in the immediate Triad and certainly areas of rain to our south. But this bears watching because, again, in the evening and overnight period, again, the favored area right along the Virginia-North Carolina border where we could see some icing. After the morning commute on Wednesday, the atmosphere is really going to start to modify somewhat. The high pressure is gone, so that means our core of cold air is going to be kind of scouring out, if you will. So as we go into Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, and the first half of Thursday, this is just going to be a cold rain for our part of the Piedmont. And we could see several waves of steady to occasionally heavy rain between now and midday on Thursday. This cold front will move through the area around midday on Thursday. That's going to sweep the deep layer moisture offshore. Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, and believe it or not, all day on Friday looks dry before another batch of rain moves into the area this weekend. Now, Wednesday, of course, looking wet. It'll be wet for Wednesday night and for the first part of Thursday. And again, dry for Valentine's Day. That's good news if you're going out on the town. But we go into the weekend. Look at this. Next system heads our way. This promises to be a rain producer. We don't have to worry about any frozen precipitation with this, although we start Saturday relatively dry. As we go into Saturday afternoon and Saturday night and even into Sunday, the possibility of more measurable rainfall here in the Piedmont. Speaking of measurements, our GFS extended model is suggesting through late Thursday, this is the first system, the one we're dealing with right now, we could rack up around 2 inches of rain, in some areas a little bit more. This is not including the weekend event, which is likely going to bring up possibly another inch or so to our part of the Piedmont over the weekend. Something to think about as we look forward. Let's talk about the 8 to 14 day outlook, and we start with temperatures. Look at this. Yeah, winter's not over yet. We are expecting temperatures to average below normal over the eastern half of the United States. In terms of precipitation, we're expecting it to be above normal. That's kind of interesting right there. Below normal temperatures, above normal precip. It's going to be rather interesting to see how things play out for the rest of February and as we move into the first part of March. Some of the biggest snowstorms in North Carolina have actually occurred the first couple of weeks of March. Stay tuned, we'll keep you posted on that. Stay tuned with the current situation that we're dealing with. Cold rain spreads across the area as we head through the afternoon. There could be some pockets of freezing rain. That favors the areas north of the Metro Triad along the Virginia border. We'll hold into the low and mid 30s. And then most of the area goes to real freezing tonight. So I think we have a better chance of maybe a little freezing rain and rain mixed overnight with those lows right around freezing. We look ahead in the Triad 7-day forecast. Our weather impact alert continues through Wednesday. And then Thursday, or Wednesday night and into Thursday, still rain, but temperatures move up. You can see that Thursday morning low 34. We get close to 60 on Thursday afternoon, and then we'll cool back into the 40s. Friday, a beautiful day for Valentine's Day, and then of course that next rain system will move in as we head into the weekend. Looking at upper 40s on Saturday, warming into the upper 50s with mainly some morning rain on Sunday, and then hopefully drying things out at least for a few days early next week. Stay with us. We'll continue to keep you updated and let you know road conditions, and if we get any more frozen precipitation, again, that's a possibility later on this afternoon through the overnight period. So stay tuned. We'll keep you updated.